This is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardinas, to use this as an educational material. The objectives of this topic is to define market integration, explain the importance of market integration in globalization, its history and benefits to the economy, discuss the global interstate system, which includes the role of international financial institutions in the creation of global economy, and identify the attributes of global cooperation and the Bretton Woods system.
Market integration. So market integration is a term that is used to identify a phenomenon in which markets of goods and services that are somehow related to one another being to experience similar patterns of increase or decrease in terms of the prices of those products. So market integration is a concept used to describe a phenomenon in economics and finance where markets for related goods and services starts to experience similar patterns of price movement. This means that price in different markets move in tandem or become more closely connected, suggesting a higher degree of interdependence among those markets. And one of the primary drivers of market integration is globalization. As economies become more interconnected through trade and financial flows, the prices of goods and services in different regions may become more correlated. For example, the changes in commodity prices like oil or gold can impact various industries and markets worldwide. So the importance of market integration to globalization. Market integration provides a number of social benefits, including broadening the range of financial services, free flow of goods, services, information, capital across borders, and investment opportunities available to consumers, and increasing competitions in the provisions of those services. So market integration indeed brings several social benefits, including those broadening the range of financial services. And here are some of the key social benefits of market integration. First, we have the diverse investment opportunity. Market integrations allows consumers to access a wider array of investment options. They can invest in assets and securities from different regions and industries, potentially diversifying their portfolios and reducing risk. Second, access to global markets. Integration provides individuals with the opportunity to participate in global financial markets. This access can be especially beneficial for investors seeking higher returns or looking to diversify their investments beyond their local markets. Competition. As markets become more integrated, competition among financial service providers tend to increase. This competition can lead to better products, lower fees, and improved services for consumers. Financial institutions are incentivized to innovate and offer competitive products to attract and retain customers. We have financial inclusion. Market integration can facilitate financial inclusions by extending access to financial services to previously underserved populations. Fintech innovations and digital platforms can reach remote or unbanked areas, enabling more people to participate in the former financial system. Next, we have the economic growth. So by promoting investment and economic activity, market integration can contribute to overall economic growth. This growth can lead to job creation, higher income levels, and improved living standards for the population. We have cultural exchange. So as markets integrate, there is often a cultural exchange as people from different regions interact more frequently. This exchange can lead to a greater appreciation of diversity and the spread of ideas and cultural elements worldwide. So market integration contributes to economic and social progress by leveraging the advantages of interconnectedness, promoting competition, and facilitating the efficient allocation of resources. However, it is also important for stakeholders to ensure that the benefits of market integration are distributed equitably and that potential negative consequences such as income inequality or environmental degradation are addressed through appropriate policies and regulation.
History of global market integration. As early as 19th century, global market integration became a reality because of the advanced development of technology. From the development of steam engines down to the development of railroads and ports, which paved way to faster world transport network. The Agricultural Revolution. The first big economic change was agricultural revolution. When people learned how to domesticate plants and animals, they realized that it was much more productive than hunter-gatherer societies. So this became the new agricultural economy. Farming helped societies build surpluses. This led to major developments like permanent settlements, trade networks, and population growth. Industrial Revolution 1800s. With the rise of industry came new economic tools like steam engines, manufacturing, and mass production. Factories popped up and changed how work functioned. People began working as wage laborers and becoming more specialized in their skills. Productivity went up, standards of living rose, and people had access to a wider variety of goods due to mass production. There were economic casualties, especially the workers in factories who work in dangerous conditions for low wages. It resulted in greater economic inequality because 19th century industrialists accumulated greater wealth. This is the beginning of labor unions. These organizations of workers sought to improve wages and working conditions through collective action, strikes, and negotiations. Inspired by Marxist principles, labor unions gave way for minimum wage laws, reasonable working hours, and regulations to protect the safety of workers. Capitalism is one of the two competing economic models. The other one is socialism. It sprang up around the time of Industrial Revolution, as economic capital became more and more important to the production of goods. Capitalism is a system in which all natural resources and means of production are privately owned. It emphasized profit maximization and competition as the main drivers of efficiency. This means that when one owns business, he needs to outperform his competitors if he is going to succeed. He is incentivized to be more efficient by improving quality of one's product and reducing its prices. In a socialist system, the means of production are under collective ownership. It rejects capitalist private property and handoff approaches. Which means in socialism, property is owned by the government and allocated to all citizens, not only those with the money to afford it. Socialism emphasizes collective goals, expecting everyone to work for the common good and placing a higher value on meeting everyone's basic needs than on individual profit. When Karl Marx first wrote about socialism, he viewed it as a stepping stone toward communism, a political and economic system in which all members of a society are socially equal. So which means all members of a society are socially equal. So the information revolution technology has reduced the role of human laborer and shifted it from a manufacturing-based economy to one that is based on service work and production of ideas rather than goods. So this has had a lot of residual effects on our economy. Computers and other technologies are beginning to replace many jobs because of automation or outsourcing jobs offshore. Agricultural jobs have fallen drastically. Over the last century, even the manufacturing jobs also declined over the years. Most the economies shifted to tertiary sector or the service industry. The service industry is a big and diverse group as defined mainly by what it produces rather than what kinds of jobs it includes. The following are the primary labor market includes jobs that provide many benefits to workers like high incomes, job security, health insurance, and retirement packages. Secondary labor market jobs provide fewer benefits and include lower skilled jobs and lower level service sector jobs. Part of the contemporary economic and political landscape is corporation. Corporations are defined as organizations that exist as legal entities and have liabilities that are separate from its members. The corporations are operating across national boundaries, which means that the future of most countries' economy will play out on a global scale.
What are the benefits of market integration in economy? There are several benefits associated with market integration. First, increased efficiency. Market integration can lead to greater efficiency in the allocation of resources. It allows for the flow of goods, services, and capital across regions, enabling resources to be directed to their most productive uses. Second, economies of scale. Integration often leads to larger markets, which can result in economies of scale for businesses. This can reduce production costs and in turn lead to lower price for consumers. Third, enhanced competition. As markets become more integrated, competition tends to intensify. This encourages businesses to innovate, improve their products and services, and offer better value to consumers. Fourth, consumers' choice. Integration can provide consumers with access to a wide range of goods and services from different regions or countries, increasing consumers' choice and potentially leading to better quality products. Fifth, risk diversification. Market integration can help reduce risk associated with economic downturns in a specific region. A more diversified market can absorb shocks better, potentially stabilizing the overall economy. 6. Foreign investment. Integrated markets often attract foreign investment, which can bring in capital, technology, and expertise, stimulating economic growth. 7. Standardization. Market integration can lead to the harmonization of regulation and standards, making it easier for business to operate across regions and reducing compliance costs. 8. Economic growth. Over the long term, market integration can contribute to overall economic growth by expanding market opportunities and facilitating specialization. 9. Infrastructure development. Integration often requires the development of transportation, communication, and logistic infrastructure, which can have positive spillover effects on other sectors of the economy. 10. Political stability. Economic integration can promote political stability by fostering economic interdependence among the nations and reducing likelihood of conflicts.
Globalization of market and globalization of production. What is globalization of market and globalization of production? When we talk about globalization of market, it refers to the process of companies expanding their operations and product into international markets, aiming to reach a broader customer base and increase their sales. This involves tailoring products, services, and marketing strategies to suit the preferences and needs of diverse cultures and regions. Globalization of production, on the other hand, involves company sourcing various components, materials, and services from different countries to optimize their production processes. This can lead to cost savings, access to specialized resources, and increase the efficiency. Companies may establish production facilities or outsource specific tasks to different parts of the world to take advantage of these benefits. What are the purposes of globalization of markets? There are 9 purposes of globalization of market. The market expansion. Companies aim to tap into new, larger customer bases around the world, increasing their sales and revenue. Profit growth. Access to diverse markets can lead to higher profit as companies cater to the specific preferences and needs of different cultures and regions. Economies of scale. Selling products to a larger global market can help companies achieve economies of scale, reducing per unit production cost and increasing profitability. Product homogenization. Companies may standardize their products to appeal to a global audience, simplifying production and marketing efforts. Risk diversification. By operating in multiple markets, companies can spread their risk, reducing the impact of economic downturns in specific regions. Brand building. Expanding to international markets can enhance brand recognition and reputation, making the company more competitive globally. Learning and innovation. Exposure to different markets can lead to the discovery of new ideas, trends, and technologies, fostering innovation within the company. Utilization of core competencies. Global expansion allows companies to leverage their core competencies and expertise in various markets, enhancing their competitive advantage. Cultural exchange. Interacting with diverse cultures can lead to a deeper understanding of customer preferences, enabling companies to adapt their products and services more effectively. Government incentives. Some governments offer incentive to attract foreign companies, such as tax breaks or regulatory advantages, encouraging globalization of markets. These purposes illustrate how companies aim to benefit from globalization by reaching beyond their domestic markets and exploring opportunities on a global scale. What is the purpose of globalization of production? So there are 10 purposes of globalization of production. So cost efficiency. Companies can take advantage of lower labor costs, production expenses, and access to resources in different regions, leading to cost savings and increased profitability. Specialization. Different countries may have expertise in specific industries or processes. By globalizing production, companies can tap into these specialized resources and skills. Economies of scale. So consolidating production activities in specific locations can enable companies to produce larger quantities, benefiting from economies of scale and reducing per unit production cost. So risk diversification. By operating production facilities in multiple countries, companies can mitigate risk associated with supply chain disruptions, geopolitical instability, or economic downturns in a single region. Market access. So setting up production facilities in different regions allow companies to access local markets more easily due to reduced trade barriers, regulations, and shipping costs. Innovation and learning. Working with different suppliers, manufacturers, and partners globally can lead to exposure to new ideas, technologies, and best practices, fostering innovation within the company. Reduce lead times. So global production networks can enable companies to manufacture products closer to end markets, reducing transportation times and enhancing responsiveness to customer demands. And now flexibility. Globalized production networks offers the flexibility to adjust production levels and location based on changing market conditions, customer preferences, and supply chain disruptions. Access to resources. Companies can access raw materials, components, and inputs that might not be available or cost-effective in their home country, enhancing the quality and variety of their products. Strategic sourcing. Companies can strategically source components from different countries to minimize risk associated with supply chain disruption and ensure a steady flow of inputs. These purposes illustrate how globalization of production allows companies to optimize their operations, improve efficiency, and adapt to the dynamic nature of the global business environment.
Global interstate system would sustain the economy and support international competitiveness even as the economy evolved from an industrial era to an information age in the worldwide marketplace. In addition, the interstate system has proven invaluable to the national defense through countless military endeavors. International Financial Institutions, or the IFIs. International financial institutions are financial institutions that have been established by more than one country and hence are subjects of international laws. The owners of shareholders are generally national governments, although other international institutions and other organizations occasionally figure as shareholders. The most prominent IFIs are creations of multiple nations, although some bilateral financial institutions exist and are technically IFIs. Many of them, these are Multilateral Development Band or MBD. The most prominent IFIs are creation of multiple nations, although some bilateral financial institutions created by two countries exist are technically IFIs. The best known IFIs were established after World War II to assist in the reconstruction of Europe and provide mechanisms for international cooperation in managing the global financial system. So they include the World Bank, the IMF, and the International Financial Corporation. They play a major role in social and economic development of countries with emerging economies. This includes advising, funding, and assisting in development projects. Their common goal: to reduce poverty and improve people's living conditions and standards, to support sustainable economic, social, and institutional development, and to promote regional cooperation and integration. A short history of global market integration in the 20th century. Integrated global markets do not just happen quickly. There is a growing evolution that is the result of the formation of a global economy involving the unification of business and trade. Prior to the globalization trend of the 20th century, the exchange of goods and services and international trade were already practiced. Management companies, corporate ownership, equity, subsidiaries, and headquarters that supply and distribute goods and services were founded through colonialism. For example, the Spanish government in the 1960s used its colonies such as Mexico and the Philippines as a supplier of resources. More than ever before, the world in the 20th century became interconnected through trade, cultural exchange, and political interaction on a mass scale. By century's end, capitalism and free trade stood unrevealed as world ordering systems.
A global corporation is a business unit with headquarters in many other countries with a decentralized decision-making system. The global business participation system is used because it has faded and the market boundaries between one other country and other countries have disappeared, or it is called globalization. Global corporations, also known as multinational corporations or transnational corporations, it possesses several distinctive attributes that set them apart from smaller, domestically focused businesses. Here are the key attributes of global corporations. First is multinational presence. Global corporations operate in multiple countries across the world with subsidiaries, branches, or operations in various regions. Second is diverse product or service portfolio. They typically offer a wide range of products or services to cater a diverse markets and consumers' preferences. This diversity helps them adapt to various local demands. Large workforce. A global corporation employs a substantial number of people across different countries and regions. Their workforce is often culturally diverse and geographically dispersed. Next is global supply chains. They establish complex supply chains that span the globe, sourcing materials, components, and services from multiple countries to optimize production and reduce costs. Next is sophisticated marketing and branding. These corporations invest heavily in marketing and branding to create a global identity and maintain consistent brand recognition across different markets. Next is advanced technology and innovation. They often lead in technological innovation, investing in research and development and maintaining a competitive edge. They may have a global innovation centers. Next is financial resources. Global corporations have access to substantial financial resources, including capital from international investors and the ability to raise funds in various currencies. Next is political economic influence. Due to their size and economic impact, they can have significant influence on governments, policies, and international trade agreements. Next is risk management. They employ sophisticated risk management strategies to navigate political, economic, and market uncertainties in various countries where they operate. Next is global corporate culture. Many global corporations cultivate a corporate culture that values diversity, inclusivity, and adaptability to accommodate their international workforce and customer base. Next is the legal and tax considerations. They often navigate complex legal and tax structures to optimize their global operations while complying with international regulations. Next is all about environmental and social responsibility. Increasingly, global corporations are expected to adhere to environmental and social responsibility standards, addressing sustainability and ethical concerns. Next is market research. They invest in extensive market research to understand local consumer behaviors, preferences, and cultural nuances to tailor their products and marketing strategies. Next is the global strategy. Global corporations develop a comprehensive global business strategies that account for regional variations while aligning with overarching corporate goals. Next is the competitive agility. They exhibit the ability to adapt quickly to changing global economic conditions, market shifts, and technological advancements to maintain their competitiveness. And these attributes collectively enable global corporations to navigate the complexities of international markets, leverage economies of scale, and compete effectively on a global scale. However, they also face challenges related to cultural differences, regulatory compliance, and ethical responsibilities in the diverse regions where they operate.
The Bretton Woods system was an international monetary system established after World War II in 1944. It was named after the Bretton Woods Conference held in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, USA. Under this system, participating countries agreed to peg their currency to the USA dollar, which was tied to gold at a fixed rate. This fixed exchange rate system aimed to promote economic stability and facilitate international trade by reducing exchange rate fluctuation. The Bretton Woods system played a significant role in shaping the post-World War II global economy. It helped stabilize exchange rate and promote international economic cooperation by using the US dollar as the world primary reserve currency, backed by the gold. This system lasted until the early 1970s when President Richard Nixon announced the suspension of the US dollar convertibility into a gold, effectively ending the Bretton Woods system and ushering the era of floating exchange rate. The key feature of the Bretton Woods system, fixed exchange rate. Currency were pegged to the US dollars and the US dollar was redeemable for the 35 per ounce. International Monetary Fund, or the IMF. The IMF was created to provide financial assistance to member countries facing balance for payment problems and promote exchange rate stability. World Bank, the International Bank for the Reconstruction and Development, or the IBRD, commonly known as the World Bank, was established to provide loans for post-war reconstruction and development projects. Convertibility: member countries were expected to make their currency and convertible for the current account transaction, meaning they should allow their currency to be exchanged for foreign currency to trade purposes.